Now we're going to look at rotation, and specifically we're going to look at the angle axis type of rotation. And this is rotation defined as an angle and an axis of rotation. So for example, here's the angle. We're going to rotate the object 90 degrees. And here's the axis of rotation. It's a 0.3 value or a vector. So in this case, 0, 0, 1 is a point along the z-axis. So the axis of rotation is just the z-axis. Now this is actually defining a rotation in world space. We happen to be looking at the local axis here. But if I go to world, it's actually the same. I'm going to leave this on local so that we'll see the rotation, because the gizmo will actually rotate. But down here we can see, for example, that the world axis Z is going upwards. And this rotation will follow the right-hand rule. That is, if the thumb of the right hand is pointed in the direction of the vector, the positive direction of rotation is given by the curl of the fingers. So if you point your thumb upwards, that's the positive direction of the vector, and this is a positive angle, 90 degrees. Take your right hand, point the thumb upwards, you'll see that the direction of rotation is around like this. So what we're expecting to see is that this green face will move over here. So let's try this. And that's exactly what we got. So let's take a look at this in the track view. So here we have the rotation. We see the angle of 90, x0, y0, as expected, but z is -1. And that's because this represents the internal storage of Max. And Max stores angles according to the left-hand rule, even though Max script uses the right-hand rule. So according to the left-hand rule, this was a negative rotation, and so it has z equal to -1. So let's try a rotation around the x-axis. Now again, this is going to be world axes, so let's go back to that for just a minute here to make our prediction about what should happen. This is the x-axis in the world coordinate system. So take your right hand and point your thumb in the direction of that x-axis, going out this way. And you'll find that your fingers are curling towards you. So in other words, we would expect that rotation to come this way. We'd expect this yellow face to move down here. So let's make our X rotation here and give it a try. And that's exactly what happens. So that's the basics of angle axis rotations.